So you're thinking about drafting Luka Doncic. You're watching the workouts, and skinny Luka is a thing. If I was you, I would consider it. In this episode, we are about to conduct a 12-team mock draft picking from the third position. We believe every NBA fan should support fantasy basketball content. Let's go ahead and shout out all of the people that pulled up live for the draft. We got my man Jets, E. Efren. We got Team Reed, Hayden, Cameron, Jason, James, JK, Walter, Xavier, and of course, Mark's magnificent team. So the draft is officially on. We got Nikola Jokic off the board. Nikola Jokic is off the board early. And that makes sense, guys. I keep telling people, do not overthink this. The Joker is the player that you want. Do not overthink this. Second, we got my man Ephraim on the clock. Who is Ephraim going to pick? Who is Ephraim going to pick? Come on, Ephraim. Make a good decision here. Pick and B. Yes, he grabs. No, he grabbed SGA. He grabbed SGA. Listen, in most scenarios right here, I would definitely be taking Wemby. But because of this team that I'm trying to build, I'm about to pick your mans in them, a.k.a. Skinny Luka. Let's go. Come on, Luka. Come on home, man. Come on. I'm coming home. And going off at the next pick is, this is moving fast. We had an auto drafter. That's why it's moving fast like that. So let me get my bearings here. So after Luka at the 1-3, we got Team Reed with Victor Wembanyama at the 1-4. Then we got Anthony Davis at the 1-5. At the 1-6, we got Giannis. At the 1-7, we got Domantas Sabonis. And then at the 1-8, my man, Cade Cunningham. I love that pick. I am not mad at that pick at all. And then, let me make a little adjustment here to my screen so I can get my little bottom here. After Cade Cunningham, we got Anthony Edwards at the 1-9. Jalen Brunson at the 1-10. LeBron, father of time, James at the 1-11. Then you got my man Karl Anthony Towns at the 1-12. Ow. And then at the 2-1, who's going to go? Oh, shoot. That's not me. That's Mark. How is Mark going to play this? Mark grabs Jalen Williams. Interesting. I think that's the earliest I've seen Jalen Williams go off the board. I'm not mad at that, though. I like the way you're moving right now, Mark, because the thing about these drafts, you want to make sure you kind of see what's happening on the fantasy basketball landscape. I've seen people draft like players that you wouldn't expect to go in the first round, especially when we think about category leagues based on somebody's like predetermined punt bill that they're creating. Here in a points league, it's just really interesting to see Jalen Williams go in that position. So back to the recap. At the 2-2, we got Paolo Banchero, a.k.a. Moneybags, Trey Icehouse Young at the 2-3. Then we got your man, JK, drafting Tyrese Maxey at the 2-4. I'm up in a couple of picks, so I'm about to lock in really quick, and then I'm going to come right back to this recap. So let's see what's going to be available for me. There's a lot of goodness here, right? There's a lot of goodness here. We got Steph Curry, interested. Devin Booker, interested. Alperen Şengün, interested. De'Aaron Fox, somewhat interested. Donovan Mitchell, interested. I think that might be it for my second round. Those are the players I'm looking at. And as I say the players' names, I'm getting sniped for the players as I'm saying their names. The beauty of doing a mock draft with some degenerate fantasy basketball sickos, a.k.a. my family. Love you guys. Love you guys. All right, we're going to take Steph Curry. So let's get back to this quick recap. I'm gonna have a pick on this turn actually. So let me hold before I actually let me do the recap. I'm a professional. I can do this. Like I'm a professional. I can do that. I can literally do a draft, be in the draft, do commentary on the draft, and have a decent set of picks, man. Like, come on, man. That's what we do. I don't give a shit, Sue puppy. What you heard, that's the word. Robin Marks, 2025. All right, cool. I'm back up. So let me not screw this up. All right. So looking here, it looks like Şengün is off the board. That's who I would have wanted. Definitely open to grabbing Franz Wagner here. I haven't drafted Cooper Flagg yet. I haven't drafted him. And if I don't take him here, I won't get him. So I'm grabbing Flagg for the first time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I'll give you a little disclaimer here. For me, when it comes to Cooper Flagg, I do think that might be a little early for him. I think top of the third might be a little ambitious, according to the projections that ESPN has here, which can guide you in the wrong direction. This is why we do these drafts, right? You need to follow your own set of rankings. But if I'm going to reach for him at any time, it would be in this build where I reach for skinny Luka. So now I got skinny Luka, I got Flagg, and then I also got, who's my second pick? Steph Curry, an old guy. So, we got to change it up. All right, let's get back to the recap because it's been a hot minute since I have done so. After, let's go back over here so I can catch up. After Tyrese Maxey at the 2-4, we had KD at the 2-5. Yes. James Harden at the 2-6. Tons of value for James Harden. That's crazy that he's falling like that. 2-7, we got Devin Booker. Again, tons of value. De'Aaron Fox, great pick. Donovan Mitchell, love it. Curry, Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Brown on the turn. Şengün, Flagg, LaMelo Ball. Ooh, that's a good one. Who is that? I see you, Reed. I see you, Reed. I see you, Reed. I like that. My guy, Nikola Vucevic. Yes. Franz Wagner. Come on. Jalen Johnson at the 3-7. I love that pick. 3-8, Tyler Hero. 3-9, Evan Mobley. Oh, baby. Let's quickly check in with the fam here, see what we got going on. We got my man Reed in the building. He says, yo, what's up? Here for my first mock. Got my man Mark says, I'm in, baby. Hey, yo. Reed says, LOL. Mark says, took my man Jalen Johnson. He took your man. And then we got B-Ball Dad. I'm a B-Ball Dad too, my guy. Look, let's get excited for another season of fantasy basketball. Man, that was well-spoken. That was like a Chat GPT response, man. That was good. Frankly, that was very, very good. All right, let's get back to this recap. After Evan Mobley at the 3-9, we had Ja with the blicky on the live stream. Morant at the 3-10. At the 3-11, we got Bam Adebayo. At the 3-12, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. At the 4-1, we got my man Desmond Bring the Pain Bane at the 4-1. Then we got Chet No Regrets Holmgren at the 4-2. And then my man Walter. Walter's wilding. Let's see what you got, Walter. Let's see what you're going to do, my guy. Come on, man. Oh, yes. I've been waiting to say this name. And at the 4-3, my man Walter just drafted the one and only Josh the Giddler Giddy at the 4-3. Josh the Giddler at the 4-3. Next up, we got my main man, JK. He drafts Zubats. That's an early Zubat sighting. I am not mad at that, though. I see how you operating out here, my guy. Cooking with hot, say it with me, y'all, bacon grease. Oh, baby. And then we got Amen, Pray to Heaven Thompson at the 4-5. DeMar, Not Like Us DeRozan. every time I do the DeMar DeRozan dance, I auto pick. Let me get focused. Let me get locked all the way in. After DeMar DeRozan at the 4-6, we have Josh Hart. Trey Murphy III is off the board. Let me lock in because I'm about to be up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to see what's available. I'm looking at a bunch of crap right now. But I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't got any injured players yet. Oh, baby, this is unconventional thinking. I'm going with your man, Kawhi, busted thigh, Leonard. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, cool. So after Trey Murphy III at the 4-8, we got Zion, how the mighty have fallen, Williamson. We got Kawhi, busted thigh, Leonard. We got Miles Bridges at the 4-11. And then at the 4-12, we got my man Jets making a move. I'm going to go ahead and take a peek while Jets is doing that. So I'm looking at a few players here. I like, ooh, man, I can't take Joel. That would be madness. You don't want to take Joel and Kawhi. But I am looking at Jarrett Allen here. Definitely open to an Austin Reeves. There's another guy I haven't drafted yet. I'm not going to say his name because if I say his name, somebody's going to pick him. So I'm going to just hold off on that. Slow down, Robin. Slow down because these sniping tail jokers will grab him by the hair. All right, cool. He's still out there. So I'm going to grab this guy. I haven't drafted him yet. And in the points league, he doesn't have as much value, but he still has tons of value. I'm going with your mans in him, Dyson, a.k.a. the burglar, a.k.a. the merchant of theft, Daniels. Dyson, the merchant of theft, Daniels. Oh, baby. It's going to be a good year. Hey, I got something super important to let you guys know. We are inviting you to become a part of our free community. If it's your first time here, we want to welcome you. My name is Robin Marks. I used to work at NBC Sports. I used to work for #basketball. I am a member of the Fantasy Sports Writers Association, and now I am your personal fantasy basketball analyst. We want to invite you to join us. All you have to do is pull up at BelieveInFantasy.com. What that will do is grant you access to our free Discord community. Over 2,000 fantasy basketball sickos there to provide you support throughout the whole season and to be there for mental support during the offseason to make sure that you can make it through when we start up the 2025-2026 season. Also, you will get access to our free newsletter. We have a bunch of writers who are creating content. So far, we're dropping about 3 to 4 articles a week that will help you to win your fantasy basketball championship. So if you haven't joined up yet, sign up today at BelieveInFantasy.com. That's how you do a drop, y'all. Come on, man. Let's get back to this recap. All right. So after Kawhi, busted thigh, Leonard at the 4-10, we got Miles Bridges off the board. Then we had Derek White. On a turn, Joel Embiid goes at the 5-1. Wild. It's crazy how the mighty have fallen. Austin Reeves, Dyson Daniels, Zach Watcha-Back Levine, DeJounte Murray, Jarrett Allen, Jamal Murray, Miles Turner, Jordan, leave the kids at the pool with the baddies. Next up, at the 5-10, we got Walker, the stalker, Kessler. Walker, the stalker, Kessler. Then we got Jimmy Butler III. Again, another old guy who's dropping in drafts. I don't know. Darius Garland at the 5-12. Be careful with Darius Garland, guys. Brandon Ingram at the 6-1. Julius Randle at the 6-2. Mark Williams at the 6-3. At the 6-3. Let's get to some of these comments from my people up in here. So we got Highlight Factory is back. That's my guy. Highlight Factory been with us probably 2 or 3 years, man. Highlight Factory, big shout out to you. I'll be glad when you come to one of the mock drafts, though, my guy, and draft with us. Word up. We want to see you there with us. It's that time of the year again. You daggone Skippy, Chippy. Let's get it. My man Reed says, dang, I wanted Dyson. Yeah, I'm glad somebody wanted him. Let's go. Traditional work. Oh, shoot. I'm about to be up. Let me lock in. So I'm going to go peek and see what's out there for myself. So right now, we still got some goodness here. So for me right here, I'm definitely looking to see if I could grab Gobert or Pirtle. I'm just gonna grab me a big man at this point, not because I'm trying to fill a positional kind of quota. It's more because I just want to grab a big man right now. I haven't drafted a power forward. I haven't drafted a center. I'm not sure. Well, actually, Cooper Flag has dual position eligibility with small forward and power forward, so that's really cool. Love that. Yeah, but I'm gonna take Gobert or no Pirtle's off the board. So I'm gonna be looking at Gobert here. Is there someone else that I'd be interested in? Quite possibly. No, let's just get the croissants, man. Let's go to the Eiffel Tower. Let's get these croissants. I'm drafting your mans in them from the French national team. Your mans in them. Rudy Gobert, aka Croissant Life. Croissant Life. Okay, I got to pick on a turn, so let me lock in. I don't want to go too far into any recapping. Oh, no. Let's see who's like, y'all got to stay away from Paul George, man. I'm telling y'all, if you listen to anything I say this year, do not draft Paul George. By gosh, don't do it to yourself. So here I'm going to be looking at either Norman Powell, John Collins. Yeah, those are the two I'm looking at. I think I'm going to just go ahead and grab Collins. I think it's going to be a fun fest over there. I think it's going to be a fun fest. I think it's going to be exciting. I think we're going to have Lob City 2.0. And they just got CP3? What? Come on, man. And they got CP3? It's going to be crazy over there. Yo, CP3 said, I'm about to spin the freaking block. And you know what that means. Top is off. Boobies is out. Hair blowing in the freaking wind. Convertible. Status. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Yeah. We got my man Highlight Factory checking. He says, attempting to draft as many Hawks players this year. Okay. I ain't mad at that. Listen, whatever you got to do. I'm definitely trying to get into a draft this year. Pull up to the Discord, my guy. We waiting. We all here. We all here waiting for you. You might as well. You be at every draft anyway, my G. Pull up. We out here. We outside. All right. So let's get back to this recap. Let me get locked in. So after Randall at the 6'2", we had Williams at the 6'3", Kobe White at the 6'4", Fred VanVleet at the 6'5", Jalen Duren. Whoo! That's some value right there. Jakob Poeltl at the 6'7", Christian Brown, Brandon Miller, Rudy Gobert, Jalen Green, Mikal Bridges at the 7'1", top of the 7th, Michael Porter Jr., R.J. Barrett. Love that pick. Then I grabbed John Collins, Anthony Simons, Denny Avdia. I'm seeing Denny go higher and lower and higher. It's just like a mixed bag, man. Norman Powell at the 7'6", Kristaps Porzingis at the 7'7", Cameron Johnson at the 7'8". Oh, this is good, y'all. OG Anunoby at the 7'9". Man, that's a good pick. You cleaned up. Lauri Markkanen at the 7'10". CJ McCollum at the 7'11". I am not messing with CJ McCollum this season. I am out. Emmanuel Quickly, curious to see what he does. Isaiah Hartenstein at the 8'1". Love it. At the 8'2", we got your mans in him. Paul George. I pray and hope that I am wrong. I have really good takes sometimes, and I always raise my hand when I have a really bad take. I rarely have bad takes when it comes to injuries. Rarely. I am on the hilltop. To all of my fantasy family, listen to me when I tell you, Do not draft Paul George. Why? Because you don't want to have a bucket of hot dog water with the bratwurst residue. Dumpster juice all over your fantasy team. Don't do it. Do not do it to yourself. Okay, let me get locked in because I got to pick soon. So still on the board, we got people like Peyton Pritchard, who I'm quite interested in. Naz Reid, not as interested, but definitely something that I'd be open to doing. Onyeka Okongwu, D'Angelo Russell, Nick Claxton, Jalen Suggs. I'd likely be looking at a Jalen Suggs here. Of course, I'll get sniped because I said that out loud, but totally fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Keontae George, maybe it might be a little early. I'm also interested in Podziemski this year, Brandon Podziemski from the Golden State Warriors. Having Steph there, it might be nice if Steph. Okay, cool. So let me lock in. So it looks like Pritchard is still here, interested there. And who's the other player I was talking about? Let me grab Pritchard before I auto draft. I'm gonna grab Pritchard here. What is this? 8th round? That's the earliest I've grabbed Pritchard. But I think with Tatum out, he cooks anyway. He has standalone value as like a 6-man, but him getting more playing time with Tatum, there's no telling. It's definitely a risk I'm willing to take. I think 8th round might have been a little too early. I think maybe 9th round is a little better for me, maybe even 10th, but I don't know if he would last till the 10th. But on the turn here, I still have another pick, and I'm looking at, oh, I know who it was. Okay, I'm not going to say the name again, because if I say the name again, then surely Jets Supreme Team is going to take him from me, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be very quiet, and as I am on the clock now, and the gentleman that I was interested in is here. I want to draft him, but I also want to say his name from the Orlando Magic. Your men's in them, Jalen Suggs Life. Suggs. Ever since I got that Suggs Life tatted on my chest, can you feel me? Yes. That is, I'm okay with. I would have swapped them out. I would have took Jalen Suggs in the 8th round. So that's great for me. I'm totally fine with that. Oh, what Mark say? Mark says, Suggs was next in my queue. He gone now. You mentioned him. You already know. Because ever since I got that Suggs Life tatted on my chest, can you feel me? That's my Pac laugh. That's my Pac laugh. All right. So let's get back to the recap, y'all. After Paul George, we had Cam Thomas, Asar Thompson, DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is someone we need to mark on our draft boards. Pay attention to him. He's going to be a killer this year. I think he's going to do great. Walter Clayton at the 8-6. That's a really good pick. Wow. People, listen, I'm not mad at it. Daniel Gafford at the 8-7. Onyeka Okongwu. Then we got Jaden McDaniels, Peyton Pritchard, Naz Reid, Jaden Ivey, Bradley Beal, PJ Washington, Jalen Suggs, Jared McCain, Santi Aldama, Devin Vassell, Ace Bailey's off the board. Come on, ma. Come on, ma. Love that. Malik Monk. That is courageous work. Drafting my man Ace Bailey at the 9-7. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey, if you guys remember last year, I don't know if you remember this, but last year I was on the hilltop about Rob Dillingham. I was wrong about that year. I don't think I'm wrong about Rob Dillingham. I think he'll be okay, but I don't think he'll be nearly as good as I hyped him up. I think Ace is my Rob Dillingham for the season, but because of my Rob Dillingham take last year, I have been a little, I had a little trepidation around jumping out the window like Ron Browse for Ace Bailey. But Ace Bailey, man, I like that. I like that pick. Especially that early. I haven't seen him go. He's going earlier and earlier. I haven't said anything, so I don't know who's out there hyping up Ace Bailey or what people are seeing, but he's going before Dylan Harper in a lot of these mock drafts, which is kind of crazy. But hey, it is what it is. After Ace Bailey, we had Malik Monk, Derek Lively, Bobby Portis, Keontae George. Then we got Alex Sarr at the 9-12. At the top of the 10th, there we go. Dylan Harper is off the board at the top of the 10th. You see what I'm saying? So we had Walter Clayton Jr., Ace Bailey, and Cooper Flagg all go before Dylan Harper. Something is up there. Something is up. At the 10-2, we got Chris Paul. I don't know if I would take Chris Paul that early, but he will be healthy. He just will not play every game. They're going to take it easy on him. I believe he is stat chasing, though. So maybe we'll see an increased, the final season for him. But I've heard rumors. I've been told that they might be resting him some games. At the 10-3, Kelly Oubre Jr., I am out on that pick. Heck to the nah for me. 10-4, Colin Sexton. Nick Claxton at the 10-5. VJ Edgecombe at the 10-6. Oh, baby. Man, I love that pick. That's what I'm talking about. Man, the glaze is otherworldly. I love me some VJ Edgecombe. And honestly, I slept on him until I seen him in Summer League. It's when I seen him in Summer League. I was like, oh my goodness, that boy is the truth. Oh shoot, I'm up. Damn. There goes my draft, y'all. Let me lock in. Let's see if I can quickly scramble and put something together for y'all. I'm gonna grab Pods. Let's go Pods. I feel okay with that. Let's go. You got Curry, you got Pods. If Curry goes down, Pods will back him up. No problem. And Pods is gonna have standalone value anyway, so I'm totally fine with that. At this point of the draft, we're swinging for the fences. We only have 3 picks left. So for me, you know how I feel about these later rounds. When you're doing then this is important. So listen up. Come here. So when you're doing your, shoot, they got me. Just grab my man Con Knipple. Just do it. All right. I grab Con Knipple there. But real quick, when you're doing these drafts, right, when you get into your actual draft, keep in mind that the bottom 2 or 3 players on your team, by the end of the season, they probably won't be there. Either they'll be someone you dropped, they might be in your IR. Any way you look at it, your roster will not look the same, right? In-season roster management is going to lead to a total metamorphosis of what you actually drafted. So in those last 3 rounds, make sure that you are taking some risks. Younger players, second-year players, these are the kind of folks that you want to look for. Another player I'm quite interested in, I'm not sure if he went off the board yet, but he's somebody who crushed in Summer League. And these are the type of players that you want to keep an eye on. Not just the rookies, also look at those second and third-year breakouts, because SGA was not SGA when he was a rookie, right? He eventually became that. So look out for those kind of players. Let's get back to this recap. So after VJ Edgecombe, we got D'Angelo Russell at the 10-7, Shaedon Sharpe, Tobias Harris, Brandon Pajimski, Russell Westbrook, Tumani Kamara, Donovan Clingan, Jonas Valanciunas, Con Knipple, Derek Queen, Matas Buzilis, Quentin Grimes, Carmen Maluak, Kyle Filipowski. That's who I wanted. Gosh darn it. James, shish kebabs. James took him. That's who I was looking at. That's the player. And listen, that's another one. Circle him on your draft boards, y'all. Kyle Filipowski in that 11th, 10th round, like, whoo, baby. He's going to crush. After Kyle Filipowski, we got Aaron Gordon at the 11-9. Keegan Murray at the 11-10. Not really interested in Keegan Murray. I don't believe he's going to be that dude. At the 11-11, we got Scoot Henderson. I don't know what's going to happen with Scoot, to be honest. I don't have that much faith. Let me get a quick sip of my drink. After Scoot Henderson, we got Drew Holiday. And I see we got Fam in the building. Oh, my man, Corey in the building. Corey, what's good, my man? What's good, my guy? What's good, family? What's good, brother? Hey, man, where you been at? We trying to holler at you. We ready to go. You already know what it is. Look what Corey said. Corey said, getting into these mock drafts early. A real year-round sport, fantasy basketball in this community. You going skippy, my guy. We don't mess around. I don't give a shih tzu puppy. We gonna be out here. And honestly, we are usually one of the first channels to start mocking. And I seen some of my brothers out there. Big shout out to my man Adam King. Adam King jumped off one really early. I was like, dag. He did it on Fantrax. Fantrax, if y'all don't know, their projections are all jacked up right now. So they got like Jason Tatum is 7th. This is crazy. So we out here and we on that ESPN Live. So I'm happy to see you, my brother. All right, let's get back to this recap. After Scoot Henderson, we had Drew Holiday. We got who's that? Colin Murray, Draymond Green, Ayo Dosunmu, Khalil Ware, Tariq Eason, Bilal Coulibaly, and I got 2 picks left. There are a couple of players that I've been checking for, right? I'm going to try to change it up because I already reached for Concanipple. So I'm going to try to change it up just a little bit, and see if he's around. Let me see if my man's around. Shish kebab. Shish kebabs. I'm gonna grab your man's in them. I'm gonna grab Benedict Mathurin. That's not who I was looking for, but I'm okay with Benedict Mathurin because obviously Tyrese Halliburton is out. I'm curious to see what he's gonna do. He's still a young player. That could be tons and tons of opportunity and upside. There's definitely another player that I'm eyeballing in this area. I'm going to see if I can find him in the mix of all of this because I got my next pick coming up, and then we'll get back to that recap. So just bear with me as I dig through these crates like a fantasy basketball archaeologist, just digging in the freaking dirt. Where's my man? Where's my man's in him? Come on, bro. Let me see if he's here still. He's here? Oh, somebody got him. Let me get my other man in. Ryan Kalkbrenner is. I wanted to get somebody else, but this is fine. This is okay. All right, let's get back to the recap. This is good. Oh man, I'm gonna show y'all something really good. After Bilal Coulibaly, we had Jonathan Kuminga. At the 12-8, y'all, we got Kyrie Irving. That is a killer pick. That's how you do it. Because you throw him in your IR. When he comes back, he's going to be ready to go. He might need a little ramp up, but they're going to be playing for they're going to be trying to secure a good playoff spot. I love that pick. Trey Johnson, love that one too. Benedict Mathurin, I'm okay. I would have rather had Nembhard there, but he was gone, I think, or by the time. I couldn't find him, I should say. And then I grabbed Mathurin. And then we had DiVincenzo. Nembhard went off the board. Ricochet, Dennis Schroeder. I grabbed Ryan Kalkbrenner. Lonzo Ball off the board. Andrew Wiggins. Gershon Yabusele. Jason Tatum. Nah, we don't draft Jason Tatum, no. I wouldn't do that. Don't draft Jason Tatum. Don't draft Tyrese Halliburton. Don't draft Damian Lillard. Come on, guys. Let's not do that. It's the last round, so I'll give you grace. I don't think he's coming back. Don't do it. Draft a rookie. Jabari Smith Jr., this is a good one. Isaiah Collier. He's going to be on our upcoming sleeper episode. So if you guys want to see our sleeper episode that we're going to be dropping, we're going to do a mid-late round sleeper episode. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Then after Isaiah, we had Lopez, Herb Jones, and Jalen Wells. Let's go ahead and do a honest review of my team and let you know how we did. So, started off at the 3rd pick with Luka Doncic. I would have normally taken Wemby there because Wemby fell to me. I didn't imagine that he would have fell. SGA versus Luka, I would probably take SGA, but again, I wanted to build my little skinny Luka team. I'll give that a yes. Steph Curry, yes. Cooper Flag around too early for me, but for the player, the way he's going to contribute this season, come on, man. Yes. Kawhi Leonard, always a question mark, so he's going to get up, maybe. Dyson Daniels, yes. Rudy Gobert, yes. John Collins, maybe. Peyton Pritchard might have been a little early for him, but I'm going to still give him a maybe. Jalen Suggs, emphatic, yes. Pods, yes. Kneppel, yes. Mathurin, maybe. Ryan Kalkbrenner, maybe. Overall, I think it's a pretty good squad. Definitely feel like I reached for Cooper Flag. Definitely got an injury risk here in Kawhi. Also reached a little bit for Peyton Pritchard and also turned down Wemby. So because of that, I'm going to give myself 3 out of 5 GOAT rating. Now that you know how to build a team around Luka Doncic, check out our playlist with all of our mock drafts.